The Audi R18 is a Le Mans prototype racing car constructed by the German car manufacturer Audi AG. It is the successor to the Audi R15 TDI. Like its predecessor, the R18 uses a TDI turbocharged diesel engine but with a reduced capacity of 3.7 litres and in a V6 configuration. For the first time since the 1999 R8C, Audi's Le Mans prototype uses a closed cockpit design. The R18 is also the first racing car from Audi to feature hybrid power. R18 TDI, as per the new rules for Le Mans in 2011, the car features a stabilization fin on the engine cover and has a new 6-speed gearbox. The new gearbox is electrically controlled instead of pneumatically controlled, saving weight by eliminating the pneumatics system. Despite the capacity reduction, the 3.7L V6 is claimed to develop more than 397 kilowatts of power. This is less than the outgoing R15, but the V6 engine's fuel consumption will more than likely be lower than that of the outgoing V10 engine on the R15. The new engine has a single Garrett Trail 30R VGT turbocharger, as opposed to the 20R 30R configuration of both the Peugeot 908 HDI FAP and the previous Audi R15 TDI. The R18's V6 engine exhausts inwards between the cylinder banks, where the turbocharger is placed. This is called a hot side-inside configuration and is opposed to the traditional configuration with each cylinder bank of a V engine exhausting outwards to their respective turbochargers. Unlike other Cooper copyright competitors in its class, the chassis on the R18 is not composed of two halves but rather is of single-piece construction for improved rigidity. The R18 has an engine cooling duct above the cockpit roof as well as redesigned rear wheel arches to channel more air to the rear wing. Like the Acura ARX02, Audi has chosen to install taller and wider tires at the front for increased contact patch. Further changes include a lower rear wing, aluminium splitters and a small duct on the front of the car for improved driver comfort within the cockpit. The 2011 ACO regulations have limited the R18's fuel tank to 65 litres. R18 Ultra. For 2012, Audi introduced an evolution of the original car called the R18 Ultra. In addition to the changes required by the regulations, the car was completely reworked to reduce weight. These changes included extra sequential electrically activated 6-speed racing gearbox with gearbox housing made of new carbon fiber composite with titanium inserts, carbon clutch, changes to the carbon fiber composite aluminum honeycomb monocoque built by Dallara, single Garrett turbocharger with boost pressure limited to 2.8 bar absolute, Bosch MS-24 engine management, 1x45.8 on diameter air restrictor, OZ magnesium forged wheels, Michelin radial 360/700 R18 front and 370/700 R18 rear tires. R18 e-tron Quattro. The R18 e-tron Quattro is a hybrid version of the R18 Ultra, with a 500 kJ flywheel accumulator system designed by Williams Hybrid Power. Two 101 PS Bosch motor generator units driving the front wheels with water-cooled integrated power electronics, providing the car with four-wheel drive, and a smaller 58-litre fuel tank. The Quattro system, as per the regulations, is available only at speeds above 120 km/h. The e-tron has 6 automatic modes that are driver selectable on the steering wheel. The modes manage engine mapping, short bursts accelerating from corners, Quattro four-wheel drive, wet weather, etc. Alan McNish said, "I don't have to press a button. It does it automatically. It is like traction control." 2014 Evolution. Changes from 2013 R18 e-tron Quattro include the introduction of blue laser beam backlights with a yellow phosphor crystal lens complementing the LED headlights, a revised V6 TDI engine with an electric turbocharger, upgrades to the flywheel accumulator system and an exhaust heat recovery system. The system captures the thermal energy from the exhaust and can add power to either the turbocharger or the flywheel accumulator system. Audi later opted not to race with the second energy retrieval system, which is known as a motor generator unit heat, MGUH, in F1, because it did not result in the performance gain engineers had hoped for and was therefore considered an unnecessary risk to take. The aerodynamics have been heavily revised in accordance with the new rules. The width is reduced by 10 cm, the height is increased by 20 mm and there is a new set of front wings. However, the exhaust-blown diffuser on the 2013 model has been banned and removed. The safety monocoque has been strengthened with additional fabric. Wheel tethers and extra crash structures are also added to the car. Finally, there are numerous smaller upgrades to vision and ergonomics to improve drivability. Racing history: 2011 season, the R18 TDI, which was unveiled at a launch in Ingolstadt on December 10, 2010, has made its race debut at the 1,000 km Spa round of the Intercontinental Le Mans Cup in May, finishing third. It was scheduled to be raced at Le Mans 24-hour, the Imola 6 hours, Silverstone 6 hours, Petit Le Mans, and China 6-hour races later in the year. Due to developmental and logistic reasons, the R18 did not enter the 2011 12 Hours of Sebring. Instead, Audi opted for two Audi R15 Plus models, which ran in the 2010 configuration with balance of performance adjustments. The two cars finished 4th and 5th, behind Enric 2010 spec Peugeot 908 HDI FAP, a Highcraft Racing HPDA RX-01E and a factory Peugeot Sport 2011 spec 908. However, two evolved R18s were put to the test during the 4 days of testing in Sebring, together with an R15 TDI as a reference vehicle, after the 12-hour race. In the 2011 24 Hours of Le Mans, Alan McNish and Mike Rickenfeller's cars were involved in heavy high-speed collisions with slower Ferraris. Both drivers could leave their car without serious injuries despite both cars being completely destroyed. However, the remaining Audi R18 went on to win the race by 13.854 seconds. This was the 11th win in the past 13 years for Audi. 2012 season, Audi competed in the FIA World Endurance Championship. For the 2012 12 Hours of Sebring, they entered 3 2011 R18s. The number 2 of McNish, Tom Christensen and Rinaldo Capello took the overall victory with 325 laps completed, marking Audi's 10th victory at Sebring. The victory also marked Christensen's 6th Sebring win, and as a 3-driver team, the third. The number 3 car of Timo Bernhard, Romain Dumas and Loïc Duval finished second 4 laps behind. The two ran much of the race in the same lap until the latter stages when the number 3 car fell behind pace of the number 2 and made contact with another car, causing a lengthy final pit stop for nose repair. The number 1 of the 2011 Le Mans winning team finished 16th overall and 5th among WEC LMP1 competitors. The car was less reliable than the other two, marred by a gearbox issue midway in the race. Both the Ultra and e-tron Quattro made their Racing DAR copyright bids at the 2012 6 Hours of Spa-Francorchamps as part of a 4-car Audi entry in the FIA World Endurance Championship. The number 3 car of Romain Dumas, Loïc Duval and Marc Jean gave the Ultra victory over the e-tron Quattro. Audi finished 1-2-3-4 in the race. Audi had entered a 4-car lineup for Le Mans. The e-tron Quattro finished first and second with the Ultra finishing in third and fifth. The leading car covered 5,151.8 km, making 33 pit stops. Audi intended to run one of each model for the remaining 5 races in the season. Audi has instead run 2 e-tron Quattro since Bahrain. Results summary: results in bold indicate pole position. Results in italics indicate fastest lap. A Euro result includes points scored by the Audi R15 TDI Plus, which finished 4th and 5th in round 1. Season in progress, marketing. Audi R18 e-tron Quattro was featured in the Audi RS6 Avant TV commercial titled Perfect Fit. The car was also used on public roads in a commercial to welcome Porsche back for the 2014 Le Mans race. References. External links: Audi Sport page, Audi R18 TDI, 2014, Audi R18 e-tron Quattro, Truth in 2014.